Hello, everyone. Welcome to Online Seller UK podcast. My name is Prabhat. I'm founder of Online Seller UK, Amazon specialist agency. So we're starting a series of, we've been doing a series of Amazon advertising podcasts. And today I've got Mike with me from AMZ Advisors. And Mike has many years of retail experience, so that's a unique experience for him to share with us today. And he runs AMZ Advisor as an Amazon leading agency. And today we'll be talking about customer buying cycle and Amazon advertising. I think that was a long paragraph to say. So welcome back.
Thank you for having me here, Prabhat. I'm excited to be here. Excited to tell everyone a little bit more about my experience.
Absolutely. So yeah, I read a little bit about you and you've got lots of experience. So, talk us through, what you've been doing in the past few years and what you're doing right now.
Sure. Well, I'll start back a little bit. Graduated school. I started working in consulting for one of the big four companies. I made the move over to retail. I started working in retail real estate for Sears. And while I was there, we did a lot of interesting things, including spinning off a real estate investment trust and doing a lot of real estate development for existing Sears stores that were in malls and Kmart stores that were freestanding in the US.
Yeah.
And then from there, I kind of transitioned into e-commerce. I kind of saw the writing on the wall for retail, and I saw a good opportunity to start selling products myself on Amazon and in e-commerce. And then myself and my two partners started AMZ Advisors, the agency.
Excellent. So, going back to writing the topic today about customer buying cycle and advertising. So I know you've worked with a lot of brands and selling on Amazon. So where do you see the brands actually failing to do the right thing in terms of Amazon itself?
I think there's a lot of things that we could say there, but primarily they're just not represented well on the platform. I mean, this was the whole reason we started this agency to begin with, because as sellers, we saw that there were major household name brands that either didn't have good sales copy on their Amazon listings or didn't have good SEO for the Amazon platform, or the imagery was terrible. There were a lot of things that other big brands weren't doing the right way. And that's where we saw our opportunity to get in there. So primarily it started with that. A lot of brands are starting to catch on to that. But now one of the areas where they're still really lacking is utilizing advertising the right way to not only protect their brand name, but also to keep new customers coming to their brand through the Amazon platform.
Right. So you've started talking about advertising. I think that's a key element these days with Amazon, I believe. So, why do somebody spend so much money on advertising, you would say?
Well, for me, Amazon's an important tool for every brand. A lot of brands get frustrated with the platform because Amazon takes so much of their margin or it charges them fees and things like that. But really the way they need to look at Amazon is the way that customers are going to be discovering their brand. So having a good representation on the platform is a great way for more customers to learn more about you. And then, yeah, they might buy from Amazon right now, but in the future, maybe they'll come to your website, or if they're familiar with your brand. So it's really a brand acquisition strategy to be on the Amazon platform. Our customer acquisition strategy for brands to be on the platform, excuse me.
Sure.
And when it comes to advertising, yeah, I mean, you need to be acquiring more customers to continue growing on the platform and to continue to increase your visibility and just to increase that likelihood of customers coming to your website or to another sales channel in the future where you have a better opportunity to, capture their email information or find ways to retarget them better.
Excellent. So, when a brand launches on Amazon itself, so what are the key things you would say to help them be successful, or that they can be successful?
The first thing we always recommend is creating consistent branding across their entire Amazon storefront, all their Amazon catalog, their listings, everything, whatever they're doing on their website. It's a good idea to keep it consistent with the Amazon side. That just represents your brand well.
Sure.
Then when they need to actually get to the part of actually acquiring customers and starting to grow on the platform, you really need to utilize the advertising tools to gain that visibility on the platform initially. Too many sellers just think they can list their products and they're going to start selling immediately. I mean, that was the case a few years ago, but now Amazon has created so much ad space and there's so many companies on the Amazon platform selling that paid advertising is really how you're going to increase that organic visibility over time, but also start growing those sales now.
Okay, excellent. So, and a lot of people think FBA could be a additional cost to the business. What's your take on it? Should we be thinking about FBA?
It really depends on what your strategies are. I mean, yeah. I think we use FBA. We recommend FBA to our customers because FBA listings get the most visibility on Amazon. You can immediately start running ads from the start. You get the fastest delivery times. These are all great ways to acquire more customers and get them to try out your product if they haven't considered it in the past. Yeah. But FBA is also a great tool for foreign brands to get into a new market. So for example, if I'm a US seller and I want to start selling products in Europe, if I put my inventory into FBA warehouses in Europe, I can now use multi-channel fulfillment, and I can sell within Amazon. I could sell on a Shopify store in Europe. I could sell through any other e-commerce platform in the European marketplace and be able to reach my customers quicker.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And you've said the right thing on that. So with FBA is a one point, and you've mentioned a little bit about SEO earlier. How do you what are the steps that you follow to optimize a product for Amazon SEO?
Sure. So the first part of the process is creating the listing content, and that really starts by doing your keyword research.
Right.
So a lot of tools out there, and there's a lot of different processes for finding the keywords that our customers are searching for. And we'll typically use multiple tools to get a big set of keywords and see which ones are the highest traffic. From there, we'll identify what the main keywords are and what secondary keywords are, and where there are potential sales opportunities there. And then we start putting the copy together using the keywords based on how important they are, where we're going to put them in the copy. So our main keyword we want to have in the product title, the second most important keywords in the bullet points, the third most important keywords in the product description. And then, after that, the remaining keywords up to the characters you can have in the back end for the keywords.
Yeah, so the back end side, I think there's a mystery on that, right? So, what intrigues me, there is a search terms bar and there is a platinum one.
Yeah.
Right. So, like you said, there is a certain limits in the search terms, and does that actually work?
Well, yes, we've done significant testing using the different keyword lengths and in different places, seeing which ones are the most important. And while you're doing your search terms, you should stay to about 250 characters within the search term field. Once you go beyond that, you can't really guarantee which keywords are going to be getting indexed for on the front end of Amazon. So staying within that limit on the search terms is important. We've also found that in some other categories, the subject matter field is also indexed. So utilizing certain keywords in there or information about who your audience is within subject matter can be a good way to get additional indexing for other keywords in the platform. Platinum keywords, it's kind of a toss-up. We haven't really seen much to show that they're more valuable than the regular search term. The story is that they were originally part of the offered to platinum sellers on Amazon, but that is, I haven't even heard the term platinum seller in so long, so I really don't even know why that's still in the back end.
Yeah, I don't know either. So I think they forgot to take it out, I think, and lots of changes went in. Yeah, so thanks for sharing the insight on the SEO bit. So let's move slightly to marketing side, right? So, there is a larger branch who's got tons of money to spend on advertising. So if you've got a smaller budget, or limited budget for marketing, what's the best ways to start? Can you walk us through that, please, Mike?
Sure. Well, I'll start a little bit of a higher view, and then we'll kind of talk about where you can invest your budget. So when you look at the customer acquisition process, you essentially have a sales funnel. So at the top of the funnel, you have your customers that are becoming aware of your brand or aren't aware of your brand yet. And that's where you want to focus on brand awareness type campaigns. The middle of the funnel is where you have products that are considering, or customers that are considering your product, but also considering competitor products. And then the bottom of the funnel are the customers that are ready to actually buy the product. So these are the customers that, they know what they want. They're going to the platform to buy it. Maybe they're not particular for a brand,
Yeah.
But they're just ready to purchase. So if you're starting to advertise, the best way to just start getting the best return on your immediate advertising dollars is to target the bottom of the funnel there. The customers that aren't searching for a branded search term. So for example, if you're selling shoes, you don't want to, there's no point in targeting keywords where customers are searching for, Nike basketball shoe. There's no point there because they're already looking for Nike. But if they're looking for a general basketball shoe, that's an opportunity for you to start advertising. And if they're ready to purchase, that's a good return on your dollars. Mm-hmm. When you're looking further up the funnel, like consideration and awareness, the return on your advertising dollars isn't as great, but it's just as important to build your brand over time and actually start to acquire more customers over time, because people need to become familiar with it. So what I would say is, if you have a small budget to start, again, focus bottom of the funnel, keyword targeting on non-branded terms, product targeting on competitor products where you have a competitive advantage. Mm-hmm. And that's probably where I would start with. And then you can start scaling your advertising and trying other strategies and focusing further up the funnel after that.
Wow. Okay. So it looks like there is quite a steps to follow here with the cycle of doing this advertising. So for any advertising, do you say it will take about 3 months, 6 months to get to a level where it is converting well?
Sometimes that depends on the category and the products. We have certain clients that, we just start advertising, and based on the category or maybe at the time of year, the seasonality, whatever it is, the advertising just takes off right away.
Oh,
other times you need to, refine it a little bit more and get down to where you want to be. Mm-hmm. The reality is, though, you should start seeing a return on your advertising dollars, even if the A cost is a little bit higher or the ROAS is a little bit higher, within the first 2 weeks. If you're not, if you're waiting beyond that, if you're maybe focused too broadly or you don't have the right keywords that you're targeting, mm-hmm. then you may want to get a little bit more specific to start getting that return quicker. But usually within the first 2 weeks, you start seeing some pretty good returns on your advertising.
Okay, excellent. So I think you've shared quite a lot of insight on SEO bit, advertising bit today. So if somebody is to get in touch with you, Mike, where's the best place to go?
Sure. The best way to get in touch with us is to reach us through our website, amzadvisors.com. You can also reach out to me directly. My email is mike@amzadvisors.com, and I'm glad to help you or, see if there's any opportunity for us to work together on selling. And that's typically the best way to reach us. And we're glad to set up a call to see if we can help you or, just learn more about your situation.
Absolutely. Okay, cool. So thanks, Mike, for your time today. And we'll book some time again in future and to pick up another topic and record another session.
That sounds great, Prabhat. Thank you so much for having me here. It's been great speaking with you. And I hope that I was able to provide some valuable insight to your audience.
Absolutely. Thanks very much. All the best. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.